Hello, today is Monday. It is March the 25th. We are entering Holy Week. It's a special time, of course, thinking about Jesus' gift to us in his life, sacrifice on our behalf, and then resurrection from the dead. A fact that cannot be historically challenged, even though it is outside our normal natural laws. It is one of the most convincing things for me for the truth of the Christian faith. The reading for today is from Proverbs chapter 4. In Proverbs, we aren't reading a narrative that flows together, but rather some individual sentences that have been stitched together. Sometimes two or three of them go directly together, but most often they don't. And we have to take each verse or each snippet on its own and consider it as a little saying that contains very much value and truth. And so as we read Proverbs, we need to be careful about trying to make two or three of them say the same thing. However, today, two of them that were separated by some verses had the same target for me as I read them. The verses that I picked in Proverbs 4 are verse 23. It says, "Carefully guard your thoughts because they are the source of true life." And the second one was verse 26. "Know where you are headed and you will stay on solid ground." Now both of those verses spoke to me in my heart about focus and clarity and goals. And as I've lived my life, I've become more and more aware of how valuable having clarity about what I want to do and what my goals are and how I'm going to get there, how much value there is in having that set in my mind. It would seem early on in life that we sometimes have some goals picked out, but some of us are not as disciplined as others, and we kind of wander our way around. And we get another idea, and we got another idea. But over the course of my life, as I have thought about a number of things, one of the key ones for me, of course, was how do I live out the life of Jesus? And so the focus for me, and what has to be in my mind and my thoughts and my imaginations and my heart, if you will, is the picture of Jesus, who he is, what his values are, how he lived, what goals he had for his life, and what goals he has for his followers. It's just very clear to me from my life experience that if I don't keep thinking about them, if I don't renew these thoughts occasionally, if I don't, well, more than occasionally, let's say daily, and if I don't refocus and reset my goal and living out his life on a daily or better basis, that I can lose my way. My life will not be on solid ground. Now, the New Testament is full of these thoughts as well, and I have a link in the written part of the blog post that leads to several of those. But this Proverbs verse from the Old Testament is very clearly accurate in my life. That is, I must guard my thoughts, for they are the true source of life. It's not that they will cause my life to fail, but rather it would cause my life to go off track, to waste my time, to waste my energy, and I would no longer be as clear about the things Jesus wants me to do. Boy, on this Holy Week, that's really important for me and perhaps for you as well. Hope you have a great time preparing both to consider the cross and to rejoice in the resurrection. Have a good week.